Hey, so have you ever had an experience where someone is trying to copy your work or steal from you, do things exactly the same way you do things and get the credit? Okay, let's talk. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hey, this is Rosemary Nonny Knight. This is ORNK for short. I'm the Prosperity Minister, and this is the Deliberate Life Stream. Let's talk abundance. Let's talk about the fact that you have access to an unlimited supply. That you don't need to keep your eyes focused on just what you can see. You can go way beyond that. You can choose to believe that there is more available to you, because guess what? There is more available to you. Now, some people, and in fact, a lot of people, tend to live in a world where everything is limited. If I get mine, then somebody else has to lose. And some people don't mind that. Other people do mind that, and so they never play full out. Spiritual people particularly, especially people in this community, you may mind that, which is great. And so therefore, you never play full out. You tell yourself that in order for you to get yours, it would mean that you'd have to do something horrible to someone else. Or maybe you have experienced a situation where maybe at work, maybe in your business, where someone seems to be copying every single thing you do. Now, yes, you get the option of choosing to believe that there's a limited supply and that this person needs to stop and you need to stop them and etc., etc., etc. And you can allow it to get to you and you can allow it to control what you do, don't do. Or you can choose to come from a prosperous point of view where you know that actually no one can take what is yours. No one can take what is yours. It is yours. No matter how someone might try to copy what you're doing, they cannot be you. They cannot take away from you. You simply need to keep your eyes focused on your vision and keep creating, because there is an unlimited amount of wisdom available to you to create. There's an unlimited amount of supply available for you to take advantage of. You don't need to fight your corner with anybody. You don't. We are creators by nature. We are creators by nature. We are created in the image and the likeness of the divine. We have access to those resources that are beyond just what we see with our physical eyes. And it's not always easy to believe that when you see someone doing the dirty on you. It's not always easy to believe that you can get past that. But if you choose to only live based on your physical, what you can see, then you will never create something amazing, something big, something out there. Let people look in your wake. They cannot take from you what is yours. There's a certain level of consciousness that everybody needs to get to in order to open themselves up to more prosperity. So some people try to copy that from somebody else, but they will not be able to sustain it if they haven't also expanded their consciousness to handle it. Okay? So there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be to try and, I don't know what. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to play that game. This is the deliberate life path where you are abundant. You have access to abundant supply, unlimited supply. Again, I always say this, or I've started saying it more to you guys now. Papa is my instant, constant, and unlimited supply, and is always on time. That is something to bear in mind. You have access, if you choose to avail of it, of course, you have access to an unlimited supply. You just need to create. Create something. Somebody copies you, just create something else. Create something else. Do the internal work of expanding your consciousness all the time so that you're able to receive more wisdom, receive more resources, because there's always more available to you. People choose to live, most people choose to live in a world where it's a zero-sum game. So if I take mine, then somebody else loses. It's not true. It's not true. Yes, if you are in that competitive state of mind, then it becomes true for you. But it's not the truth. Every single person has within them the capability to create something amazing and something new. Will you do it? Or will you buy into the nonsense? Will you buy into the lie that there's a limited supply? There isn't. There isn't. Open your mind right now. Open your mind right now. See that big vision that you are called to. See that big vision that you are called to and call it in. Call it into the physical right now. Call it into the physical right now and know that wisdom is available to you right now if you will ask for it. If you will choose to live from what is stirred up inside of you rather than just looking around you and thinking this is all there is. It's not the truth. I sometimes talk about the fact that I feel as if we as a community, we can stop world hunger. I do believe that. Why? Because within each one of us are new ideas. Now, those ideas will take courage for you to bring out into the world because they may be ideas that have not yet found, nobody else is doing them yet. And so you may think, oh, that's too much. It's not possible. Blah, blah. If you have that idea, it's because you are here to bring it to life. You are here to bring it to life. Will you stay the course and create, rather than looking around you and thinking you have to somehow compare yourself to everybody else and do just a little bit more than they're doing? No, no, no. No, we live to the beat of our own drum. We are prosperous thinkers, we're abundant thinkers, we are free, we are fulfilled. We live a life of fulfillment. We refuse to settle for any less. So we don't look around to see what anybody else is doing and then just do a little bit more. No, no. We see the vision, and everything we do takes us towards the physical manifestation of that vision. Again, create, do not compete. Create, do not compete. Okay? Honey, if you have struggled in some way to access the unlimited supply within you, then I invite you to an experiment, a test, if you want to call it that, where you test out simple prosperity principles, which I deliver to you on a webinar. So you need to register for the webinar, take on board these simple principles and start applying them and see what happens to you in 7 days. Okay? So click over to rosemaryonyournight.com/prosperity in 7 days. Ooh, let's type that properly. And, ooh, no, I've got another spelling error right there. Prosperity in 7 days. And go and register. Register, join in. Do it for 7 days. And see what happens. See what opens up for you. Be willing to experiment. And then be willing to continue to expand your consciousness so that you can receive more wisdom, receive more of the resources you need to bring your vision into the physical. Okay, this has been Rosemary on Your Night, the Deliberate Life Stream. Until the next time, my honeys, share this with somebody else. Much amazing love. Bye.